Okay, so good evening, everyone. I'm Rahul Patel, and I have Srishti here with me, and we'll be talking about expanding, different horizons of fintech over the traditional fintech applications, what we or traditional fintech use cases, what we currently follow. Right. To cover that up, we have the agenda out here. What we will be talking about, the current fintech landscape, and how can we expand that in different, new horizons to give a different mileage out to the fintech industry. Aside to it, we will have a question and answer session at the end of the session. So, if you have something to ask, please keep that note. Keep a note of it. When we talk on to the technology where it alters the different market needs, that is what is the innovation, where we can see different kind of innovations coming up in the fintech industry these days. Where we never imagined out that we would be paying for some goods sitting at home or without touching the currencies. So that is where innovation have taken place and taken over, changing the world in different way. So the current scenario of the payments where fintech is running and the activities we make payments or we will transfer money or make payments without touching the currencies these days, just using our handphones, having different applications on the phones. We can deposit money or transfer money to someone or withdraw money out in different applications, bypassing any kind of branch interferences where we have to go or apply for loans or credits whatsoever, and we can completely manage our investments out from the similar form itself. So the current scenario, what we see of onto the fintech landscape, this is what it is. It looks like. You can see the payments, or you could remit money or digital money onto your applications, or your online banking. You could make investments, can go on the crowdfunding, using just being on the internet through your web portals or your mobile phones. You could trade currencies, the cryptocurrencies out, in and out. So probably out of this world, there are so many other different horizons where fintech can change the scenarios, looking at in different industry perspectives. So here are a few of the different use cases where, you could expand the horizons out on the fintech industry, in the fuel industry or the parking, amusements, hotel and resorts, events, auto payments, shopping, malls, etc. So in the fuel industry, in the fuel industry, where this could be done via using different technologies or integrating different technologies. So integrating different technologies is one. Other part for starting up this kind of businesses, it's really or getting a complete fuel automation or a parking automation is costlier. Uh, it's costlier, and to minimize that particular cost for each, or to adapt that particular technology, the SaaS-based models have been very popular out for this particular industry now. So, what are the different use cases, or how can we take this in further? My colleague Srishti would be talking about it more. What are the benefits? What can be done over these industries?
All right. Thank you, Rahul. So I will be taking up each industry one by one, and I'll be explaining how we can cater those industries and how they can manage their products there. So starting with the fuel retail, like one of the major problem or challenge that the fuel retailers face is the prolonged waiting times. I mean, there are queues and they cannot address each and every person in the queue. So people tend to leave the queue and go to the other station. So fuel wallet, what it will do is it will not only enhance the customer's convenience, but it also brings the operational efficiency by reducing the queues at the pumps. So this it can be done in two ways. One is the semi-automated and second is the fully automated way. Now the way semi-automated works is it can be done with either QR codes or with the help of NFC. Now NFC again it can be either your phone enabled NFC or it can be an NFC card. So the consumers they will be having a application where they can manage the vehicles and they can preset the amount or the volume of fuel that they want to dispense, and then they go to the fuel station to get to fill in the fuel. The fuel attendant would then scan the dynamic QR code of the consumers, and then they will manually refill the fuel in the vehicle. The second way that we can do this is via with the help of RFIDs, where the RFIDs will be attached to the vehicles of the consumers. The consumers, all they need to do is they just need to preset the amount and the volume of the fuel that they want to dispense, and then they, at the time of arriving in the fuel station, the dispenser will have a RFID reader, which will fetch all the details from the wallet of the consumer, and then it will dispense the required amount of fuel into the vehicle. Once it's done, the amount will be directly deducted from the consumer's wallet and be transferred to the retailer's wallet. So in this case, the entire process will be done in a quicker manner. The consumers did not have to carry extra cash. In case they forget cash, they have got money stored in their wallets, and the amount can be directly deducted from the wallet. Another thing that can be beneficial for them is they can track all the fuel expenses directly. So instead of having those manual collection of all the receipts and the bill payments, all the receipts and everything invoices will be generated and stored in the application itself. That will give them the entire insight of how much they are spending for each of the vehicle of theirs. And one more thing that helps in the retention is the cashbacks and the loyalty, wherein the consumers they'll be earning certain points of cashbacks for doing the transactions. So it will always help the retailers to gain back the consumers that are using the application. Coming to the toll payments, now again, the toll payments, the modes of the payments can be either RFID or an NFC card, where RFID, in case of RFID, there will be RFIDs attached to the vehicles and there will be RFID readers, which will read the RFID and then it'll open up the barriers by deducting the wallet balance. So directly the payments can be done. This will thereby decrease the operating cost because no more printing of the tickets will be there. The users they do not have to worry about the loss of the tickets, and the entire audit will be controlled and the entire process will be transparent. For parking solution, again, we have two options that can be given, the semi-automated and the fully automated solutions. Now, in case of semi-automated, there can be the QR codes or NFC, so the staff attendant, they can be standing in the entry and the exit points of the parking area, and they can be having the POS system where the user can just tap to pay the amount directly from the wallet. Now, in case of semi-automated and the fully automated, both the times, the time limits the entry point and the exit points are being noted. Accordingly, we can understand how much duration they have spent. The users, they do not have to worry about the extensions. They can view and search for the nearby parking areas, and they can even reserve the parking areas well in advance. So the entire thing, it will decrease the operating costs, and it will also help the parking retailers to predict the patterns of the parking of the consumers, and thereby after that they can actually strategize the parking fees. So in case they understand that what hour of the day or what during what occasion or what time period there is more rush, so they can actually have surcharges in the parking fees as well. Amusement park. Now, amusement parks, they have entrance controls. I mean, they have various packages, and based on the packages that the consumers purchase, the access will be given to them. So, what we can do for the amusement park is we can have RFID bracelets that the users can just wrap around their wrists, or we can give them a NFC card. So, whenever they go to any of the areas for the entrance, they can just tap the cards or the RFID bands, and based upon their plans, it will verify if they'll be allowed to access those areas or not. Apart from that, even in case of purchasing any services or any products or any souvenirs, so the users can directly pay using the wallet. So they just have to load the money in their wallet, and they can then use it overall the entire amusement park. The amusement park owners or the management, they can send push notifications or offers and promotions. So based upon which area the users are, they'll be receiving the notifications, and uh, they can be receiving the notifications of the various offers, and then they can enjoy those offers accordingly. Apart from that, we have interactive maps which will help the consumers find certain locations and navigate towards them. So the entire management of the amusement park and the events therein can be done from the product that we provided. Then we have for resorts and hotels, it can be two ways that we can do. It'll be a closed loop wallet. So one is where we have the NFC cards or the mobile devices which have NFC enabled in them, or the QR code payments. So if the consumers or the users who are visiting these hotels and resorts, they want to order anything, any services or any products, so they can do that directly from their applications. If they want to pay for any services or the products, they can pay directly from the applications. There'll be QR codes or there'll be POS machines where they can just tap and make the payments. Similarly, the management of the staff, they can manage the inventory, they can manage all the requests of the consumers, and they can manage the guests and the pricing of the products and services as well. So they'll also be getting the real-time reports of how the users are using and interacting with the applications, and accordingly for various services and the transactions, they'll be also earning the loyalty and the rewards, which they can again use in the next service or the next visit, whichever way they want it to be planned. Then we have events and festivals. This can again be both formal events or informal events. So formal events more like a conferences, and informal as a music fest or anything. So again, based on the packages and based on the tickets, there is entrance control. So we can have those controlled by the QR codes or NFC bands or the RFID bands. So users can just directly load money in their wallet, and they can use it for making the payments throughout the stalls for various services and the products that they purchase. The entry of to the events and the areas can be controlled via the same, and the businesses will have the option to manage all the entire event. They will there will be digital ticketing, so the users, they do not have to go back to the area to the area to upgrade the tickets as well. They can do it directly from the phone devices, and there will be interactive maps that will help them to navigate and go to particular areas and search for areas of their interests. Shopping malls. Now, when we talk about shopping malls, the traditional way is where the users would actually go purchase and then they would line up for the paying the bills and paying for the products that they are purchasing. But because of the COVID, the situations have changed. So we also have something called the in-store ordering, where the users can actually just pick the product that they want. They can add them to the cart by scanning the barcode, and then directly they can check out using the application itself. So the money that is stored in their wallet will be used, and the entire process will be done seamlessly without any waiting time. They do not have to wait in the queues. They do not have to even the offers and everything can be visible to them in the application itself. The wallet balance, the loyalty points, everything they can view in there, and they can make the entire purchase accordingly. So again, in case the entire thing, it can be done using a QR code. The payments can be made via QR codes as well. It can be made using the NFC. The users can just tap their phones or the NFC cards to the POS devices, or they can also have an option to enter the phone number of the merchant and directly the payments can be made. So from here, we can understand that how the things are changing and people are now considering the current situation. They are no more reluctant to accept the new options, and even the businesses now they are they are even more open to accept the fintech industry and adopting the new methods because it's much easier for them, and the settlements and all the other functions related to them are much easier and can be done smoothly. And coming to the businesses, they actually should look at the bigger picture and thinking about what is it that the consumer wants, and not only just in the current situation but also in the future, in the long run, what are the things that they would require and adopt to the market accordingly. And talking about the startups where they do not have a lot of capital, so there are solutions that are being provided as software as a service, which where the capital is or the investment that they have to make is much less as compared to the normal businesses where they require more capital. So yes, that is what we have right now. If you have any questions, I'll just open up the question tab, and you can ask us the questions.
Any questions? Seems there are no questions out yet. Since currently there are no questions, but if there are any questions, still you could send us those questions over the email at
info@hello@dgpay.guru. I'll just type in.
you can type in.
Alright, so I've just typed in the email ID. In case you have any questions, you can send us the questions over there, and we'll be happy to answer them.
Sure.
All right. Thank you so much, guys, for your time.
Thank you. Thank you for your time, everyone. Thank you, and hope to see you soon again with some other topic coming up.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching this video. For more information about our solution, visit www.digipay.guru.